In a day full of decisions on MLB contracts, teams, players moved to resolve their contract options. Clayton and Kershaw faced a midnight Eastern Time Wednesday deadline to decide whether to opt out of the final 2 years and $70 million of his Dodger contract. While the Dodgers and Kershaw mutually moved the deadline for his deal, other MLB contracts had deadlines faced Wednesday. Dozens of other players and teams faced similar deadlines, and many didn't wait until the last minute to choose. Boston Red Sox pitcher David Price, for one, announced prior to his team's victory parade in Boston that he would not exercise the opt-out portion of his 7-year, $217 million deal that has 4 years and $127 million remaining. The San Francisco Giants elected to exercise the team's $12 million option on Madison Bumgarner, plus their $18.6 million option on third baseman Pablo Sandoval. The latter decision was a surprise to some, and not merely because the Giants are without a general manager. Sandoval batted just .248 in 252 plate appearances in 2018, and he hasn't hit over .250 since 2014. Aside from Price in Boston, several 2018 playoff teams made news. The Cleveland Indians exercised a 1-year, $90.75 million option on pitcher Carlos Carrasco. In 30 starts, Carrasco went 17-10 with a 3.38 ERA. The Colorado Rockies declined their $12 million option on outfielder Gerardo Parra, choosing instead to pay a $1.5 million buyout. The Brewers exercised their $3.17 million option on closer Jeremy Jeffress, and the Cubs exercised their $10.5 million option on Jose Quintana. Meanwhile, Cubs reliever Brandon Kintzler exercised his own $5 million option to return. The Yankees declined their existing $12.5 million option on longtime outfielder Brett Gardner, but then turned around and signed Gardner to a new, 1-year, $9.5 million deal. Here's a summary of option-related decisions by non-playoff teams. The Toronto Blue Jays exercised their $8 million option on first baseman Justin Smoak. He hit .242 in 2018 but did produce 25 home runs and drive in 77. The Minnesota Twins declined options on pitcher Irvin Santana and first baseman, DH Logan Morrison, making both free agents. Hobbled by injuries, Santana made only 5 starts and worked just 24 innings in 2018. Morrison, 30, found himself largely supplanted at both positions by Joe Mauer and Robbie Grossman respectively. He hit just .186 but did produce 15 home runs. More from call to the pin infielders Josh Harrison and Young Ho Kong became free agents when the Pittsburgh Pirates declined options on both. Harrison hit .250 in duty largely at second base, while Kong played in only 3 games. The Royals found a way to take a chance on closer Wiley Peralta, restructuring his deal to provide a base $2.25 million salary plus a $7 million mutual option for 2020 with a $1 million buyout. Before doing so, the Royals declined their own $3 million option on Peralta for 2019. At the same time, they declined their $12 million option on Jason Hammel, choosing instead to pay the $2 million buyout. The Chicago White Sox also split their decisions. They picked up a $5.65 million option on reliever Nate Jones, but declined their $16 million option on James Shields. Jones will be 33 and has pitched just 42 innings the past 2 seasons. Finally, the Seattle Mariners declined their $12 million option on outfielder Denard Span, who batted .272 after being acquired in mid-season from Tampa Bay. Next, most hated players in MLB want your voice heard? Join the call to the pen team. Write for us. Many times, forced decisions end up leading to big fluxes of players hitting the market at one time. A day like Wednesday with MLB contracts was one of those days.